Hello everyone, my name is Gaurav Bahalkar and I am Data Science and Business Analytics Intern at the Spark Foundation. So here is the new task of internship, which is task 4. We have to perform EDA on global terrorism. Here our task is to perform exploratory data analysis on the data set global terrorism. So so firstly we will go through the data set and then we look into the analysis part. So this is the data set we have been given. There around 1,81,000 events. So for each terrorist activity, we have been given the year, month, the day, the country, city, latitude, and longitude for each city, and and the attack type, the number of people killed in each event, and the terrorist activities group which involved in the particular event. So and so on. There is a lot of data given here. We will have to perform pre-processing and data cleaning in order to derive valuable insights and come to conclusion. So pre-processing. So proceeding to the analysis which has been done on Jupyter notebook, and main aim of this analysis is to perform EDA on dataset or global terrorism, which we have seen in the Excel sheet as the security or defense analysis, or try to find out the hot zone of terrorism and what all security activities and insights we can derive from EDA. So what all we'll be seeing is the data analysis and data pre-processing correlation analysis, number of terrorist activities in each area, then the method of attack, the top countries affected by the attack, top terrorist organization, top targeted groups, and 2011 terrorist attack city-wise. So firstly, we have imported the libraries like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib. Here for the beautiful visualization, we use the Plotly, Seaborn. Here we are importing our data from the Excel sheet using the read CSV function. Here we using the encoding, which is Latin 1. Because of the different encoding type, we have to use this function for the reading purpose of the data. After reading the data, we can see here the column names are not in the proper format, which is event ID, I year, I month, I day. So for the better readability, better understanding for our analysis, we have to rename these all the columns. So after importing the data, our step is the data pre-processing. We are seeing the data.info, which is we can see the 135 columns and the different data types. So we don't require all of the columns for our analysis. We are just using the appropriate columns, which is helpful for our analysis. So we are going to rename all the columns which are necessary. So here we are renaming all the columns which are the required for our analysis. So after renaming the column, here is our data set, our new data set: year, month, day, country, region, state, latitude, longitude, attack type, killed, wounded, target, group. So here we are checking the null values in our data set. So we can see here are the many columns which have the many null values. So for our data pre-processing or our analysis, we have to remove all these rows. So we use the drop any function to remove all the null values rows. So we remove all the null value rows. After that, so next we will performing the correlation analysis. So basically we will be showing how much each parameter is related to the other in the dataset. See, when we are applying the machine learning algorithm, this will come in handy. So we we need to take only highly correlated columns as the target variables to get the high efficiency, right? So here you can see that wounded and the killed are the highly correlated, so which we can take while performing machine learning. So I have calculated the number of people killed in each country using the group by command, and then next we have represent it in bar graph using the Plotly. So in this bar plot, we can see that the Iraq has the highest number of killed people, which is around 34,700, and the least killed people from the Turkey, which is around 980. So the number of terrorist activities that has been taken place in the Iraq as has higher. Here you can see in the Iraq, then after the Pakistan, Afghanistan, India, Algeria, there are the different terrorist activities has been performed and the people killed. In the Pakistan around 12,000, Afghanistan around 9,600. So you can see that the highest number of people killed in the Iraq. So here we can see the number of terrorist activities in each year. So here we are performing the bar plot. Here we can see that the number of attacks in each year. So we can see that the in the 2011 there are the most terrorist attack which happen, and this same thing I have displayed in the mode or in the form of 3D model in the form of globe. So we can see that the yellow represents the countries which have highest number of terrorist activities perform, and the dark blue or the purple represents the countries which has the low number of terrorist activities happen. So firstly look for the highest number, that is yellow color, the country which is represented in yellow. So yeah, so we found out that which is Iraq, right? We saw even in the bar plot there that somewhere Iraq is the country which has the highest number of people killed. So it is the country which has highest number of terrorist activities, to so the number being around 8,827, which is a lot. And the next being the country India, around 5,427, and then the Pakistan around 4,911. So if we look at the African countries with around 2,333, and the Somalia which is around 1,000. And if we go the American countries, we can see that the United States has the United States has the 1,427, and the next, the highest I guess the Colombia with the 1,389. So let's see the number of activities by the region each year. Okay, so I have used a cross tab, and the kind equal area means we will be doing using area plot. So this is the graph, and if we zoom in and see, we get to know in particular year the highest number of activities has taken place, and Australia and the Oceania in the year around 2014 maybe. The next we will be seeing the methods of attack, that is the most common type of terrorist attack. So again we have used the count plot to represent it. So here we can see the bombing or explosion is the most common type. Then after the arm assault, common type of terrorist attack which exceeds more than 20,000, and the list being the hijacking. Next I will be seeing the top countries affected by this attack. So again we will seeing the top countries affected by this attack. So again we would expect Iraq Iraq is the top country which is affected by the attack, which is more than 80,000, and the next one being India, and then Pakistan, and the list being United Kingdom, which has around less than 2,000 or number of terrorist attack. So now let's see the top terrorist organizations. So I have used again the bar plot to represent it. So I have counted the number of terrorist activities performed, I mean planned by these organizations and represent it. So Taliban has the Taliban has the highest around or nearly 2000, and the list being the Boko Haram, and next will be seeing the top targeted group. So we know the top terrorist organization, right? So we will also see the top targeted group. So again I have again used the bar plot to do it. And so the governments and the general governments and the general public are the most common targeted groups, which is around nearly 7,000, and the least targeted group are generalist and the media people. So in the year of 11, let's see the terrorist attack. So we can see in the year 2011 the city which has been affected by the terrorist attack. So we will know the very known 26/11 Mumbai terrorist attack. And if we go to other countries such as such as Iraq, we can see the cities which has been affected by the terrorist attack. So if we zoom in, we can see these places. Again, we had seen in the world cloud. Again, we can see the parts of the world or which has been prone to terrorist attacks. And now we have reached to the end of onto the video. We can see the cities which has been affected by the terrorist attacks. So if we zoom in, we can see these places. Again, we had seen in the world cloud. Again, we can see the parts of the world or which has been prone to terrorist attacks. And now we have reached to the onto the video end of the video. So from the world club we got to know that the cities that were attacked the most were Baghdad, Jammu and Kashmir tribal areas. And so we found out after performing a correlation analysis that there was a high correlation between wounded and kill attributes, which will be helpful while when we are applying machine learning algorithms. And Iraq has the highest number of deaths, and according to the data set 2011 had the highest number of terrorist attack, and bombing and explosion was the most common type of terrorist attack. And the terrorist Taliban is the most terrorist organization. Thank you. Feel free to give me your feedback, and if there is any place I have gone wrong, please feel free to correct. Thank you for watching.